I'm Luke Andrews.
And I'm Haley Best. Welcome to this episode of the NN Update.
In our first story, reporter Molly Morrison brings us to the Newton Police Department, where a new generation of canine police dogs are being groomed. You may have seen the four-legged Officer Leo and his human partner, Officer Lau, engaging with the community around our school and at local events.
This new type of service dog skill set is less about chasing down bad guys, but focuses more on comforting those in need.
In the media, police dogs are often portrayed as aggressive protectors that chase down criminals and track drugs. However, Newton's own canine unit, Officer Leo, serves a slightly different purpose.
99% of his job is community engagement, interacting with the public, attending community events, emotional support calls. So he is of a new era of police dogs.
Officer Justin Lau, Leo's handler, worked as one of Newton's public outreach officers when he was given the opportunity to connect with a service dog who would act as his partner.
We thought Golden Retriever would be very family-oriented, very friendly for the public. With his litter of 10, I only got to pick 3. And he was one of the pups that came up to me naturally and greeted me. So I kind of made a connection right away with him.
After being selected, Leo spent a year and a half in training before passing his public access test and becoming a service dog. Along with his job scent tracking missing people, he and Officer Lau make regular emotional support visits to any of the 23 public schools in Newton, as well as trips to other schools and towns across the county. Additionally, Leo is on call if a situation were to arise that requires his support.
One of his commands is called pressure, which if somebody's upset, right, I might have him lay in their lap. And, that idea of like a weighted blanket, right? It's comforting. Leo, being a friendly golden retriever, people can hug him and pet him. It will naturally calm somebody down, maybe sort of get them out of their own thoughts of like why they're upset.
Although Leo provides considerable support and kindness for the people he visits, he has not been free from disapproval.
There's always somebody that criticizes, saying that maybe he's a waste of money or resources, or a police officer such as my time, there will always be.
Despite some of the backlash from concerned citizens, Officer Lau continues to assist the Newton community in incredible ways that would not be possible without his partner Leo.
I try to look at the bigger picture and see the positivity that he produces.
The work Officer Lau and Leo do has changed the community for the better. The two of them frequent events around the town, so be sure to say hi if you're in need of a little love. For NNTV, this is Molly Morrison.
Thanks, Molly. I love seeing Officer Leo and Officer Lau around town.
Next, reporter Isabella Dugan takes us behind the curtain to experience the magic of Charlotte Ann Doerr's Rosalita's Puppets. This multifaceted artist, actor, singer, storyteller, performer, and puppeteer does it all to create this enchanting form of entertainment.
In a small studio nestled in Somerville is the workshop of a dedicated and creative artist, Charlotte Ann Doerr, and the home of her business, Rosalita's Puppets. Shortly after moving to the United States from England, Charlotte officially began her small puppetry business in 1993. Her company name was inspired by her first American-born puppet, Rosalita.
Rosalita is always trying to be kind, but she might put her foot in it, but she's always trying to be kind, and she's adventurous. She's kind of like an alter ego. She can get away with a lot of things. She's a bit cheeky, she's bold, powerful, protagonist of many of the stories.
Charlotte finds puppeteering is the perfect combination of all her talents.
Puppets intersects them all. Painting, sculpture, performance, voiceover, promotion, script writing, improvisation. As a puppeteer, I get to do all the things I like in one thing.
Her handcrafted puppets, with their unique personalities and appearances, often inspire her stories. Charlotte is eager to perform as much as possible. However, her art is her livelihood.
People have said, we really want you enough to give you the most that we have in our budget. Even if it's not as much as you would normally get or as much as you would want, but that they've kind of sacrificed something to have you there. That means they really want you there.
Charlotte's collaborators feel the struggle of finding proper respect in outside communities as well. Mask maker and friend of Charlotte, Eric Borenstein of Behind the Mask, relates to artists not being held in the same regard as other professionals.
Charlotte's like me, that she always knew what she was going to do from a young age. Even when I was a child, I knew I was going to be an artist. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I still don't know what it's going to look like. People always underestimate artists and are slow to grant them legitimacy. Non-artists don't really know what the work is. I always say that artists work twice as hard as everyone else for half the recognition and a fraction of the pay.
Charlotte not only works to make her creations available within the art community, but to all communities possible. After many of her shows, she goes into the crowd to make invaluable connections with her audience.
I did a meet and greet with my marionettes in a place where they had adults with learning disabilities, and there was an adult who couldn't see. But I talk a lot, and I say, I'm bringing over this puppet to you. And it was the unicorn puppet. And she got to touch and feel the puppet with the strings, feel it move, and to see the glow on her face, and just that wonder and sense of wonder was, that's just really fun and amazing.
These connections keep Charlotte motivated to continue bringing her art to everyone.
The stories I'm telling are stories that are to my heart, but it's like anyone can hear this story. Anyone's part of this story.
For NNTV, this is Isabella Dugan.
It is incredible how she can bring those puppets to life.
Up next, Major One reporter Savannah Bond headed to the halls of Newton North with a deep question for the student body. What advice would you give your younger self?
Picture younger you, that kid who blissfully played, swung, and slid. That kid had so much to learn to become the you are today. What advice would you give to that kid? It's a tough question. We went around and asked members of the North community what advice they would give to their younger self.
Wow, that's a hard question.
I don't know. Just one piece.
There's so much I would say.
I would tell myself so many different things.
Relax more.
Get the help you need. Who cares what anybody thinks?
Have fun and not care what other people think.
Don't compare yourself to others.
Try new things and enjoy your time here because it goes by fast.
You know what you're doing. Trust yourself.
Don't be an idiot. Yeah.
To get more insight on our question, we talked to my grandmother, a recently retired therapist of 50 years.
Was there anything that people commonly wished they had known at a younger age?
There were many things, I would say. Let's see, where to begin is really the question. I think people regretted not being kinder to people in their lives.
Don't fight with your brother as much.
Why is that?
Because I realized that he's actually not as annoying if you get to know him.
Sleep more. Save money. Why is there? It's because so I would have more money now.
The advice to such a person's early self isn't always the correct advice.
Stay on top of work. Study hard and get some good grades. Stay on that grind. Don't give up no schoolwork. Get all A's.
I think for some people, working hard to get great grades is terrific. For other people, grades may not be that important. They may be much more creative. I would want young people to do what seemed consistent with who they are and what they want.
I guess when one door closes, another one opens. Be in the moment.
If you give 150% in everything, you'll get burnt out really quickly.
No one ever said late in life, I wish I worked more days. I wish I had less contact with people I love. More important than how much we've achieved or how much money we've earned is how many people we've loved and how many relationships we've developed and enjoyed in the course of our lives.
After talking to many different people, we didn't find one right answer to our question. What we did learn is that it's important to keep growing and learning throughout our lives. For NNTV, this is Savannah Bond.
Thanks, Savannah. I'll take that advice with me as I wrap up my senior year.
That's all for this episode. If you have your own stories to share, DM us on Instagram at New North TV. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
From the NNTV crew, we wish the best of luck to those of you who will be taking the AP exams and MCAS. We'll be back with more stories soon. See you next time.